Hello, and thank you for joining us for Nintendo Treehouse Live. I'm Sam, and I'm here with Jose and Kendra, and today we have the pleasure of showcasing some gameplay from The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. We're not going to talk too much story today. We're going to leave that for you to discover. Instead, we're going to focus on some of the new elements of this game and specifically how the new abilities will change the way you experience and explore the world of Hyrule. So, Kendra, can you get us started and tell us about what we're looking at?
Yeah, so we are here on the Great Sky Island, and as the name implies, we are up very, very high. Jose is doing super cool Zelda crouch. Well, not Zelda Link, obviously, but anyway, back on track. As you may notice, Link's right arm is looking a little bit different today. We're not going to get into the why, but we do just want to state the obvious. His arm looks very different, and actually, his arm directly correlates to the abilities that Sam was mentioning just a little bit ago. So we're going to get into that, but yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Sam, why don't we show folks the ability wheel real quick?
Yeah. So, if you hold the L button down here, you've got this new radial menu, and this is how you'll select the abilities. Anuma-san introduced these abilities in a video a couple of weeks ago, but really briefly, over to the right, we have Ultra Hand. This allows you to combine items in the environment to make contraptions. You have Fuse at the bottom. That allows you to attach materials to weapons, shields, and arrows. You have Recall, which will allow you to rewind an object's movement. And then finally, up at the top, you have Ascend, which will allow you to pass through material above you and emerge on top of it. Now, I know that was a really brief description, but don't worry too much about that because we're going to be showing all of that stuff today.
Yeah. So I've got an adventure planned for you guys, and first, we're just going to do a little scouting. Pro tip for anyone who's played Breath of the Wild, or if you're coming to this game for the first time, is always try to scout from up above, and you'll see here, from the slightly elevated position, we can see that we have a little camp of soldier constructs. So I'm going to just drop a pin there, and you'll see that on my map. I left a pin there to come back to, just for myself, just so I can sort of make my way here. But first, during the opening, I don't know if folks noticed, but there's a little island over here. Oh, let's pick up.
Yes, please.
I was going to
Collect
say,
everything.
you've been running by a lot of stuff, and it's been bugging me.
Well, it's partly because some of the stuff in my inventory you're not really going to have when you get to this point of the game. But we're going to talk about that. But
first,
a friend in need.
Yes,
Yeah.
a friend in need. Oh my goodness! And we gotta wonder how this little creature, which is a Korok, obviously, got here with this giant pack, because it doesn't really make sense to me. But we're gonna help them out.
Yeah. So traveling with their friend and got separated. We can see the camera will show us where that friend is, that green plume of smoke over in the distance. And this is a little puzzle that we're going to solve here on the Great Sky Island. As a quick bit of setup.
Sorry, real quick.
What?
The Korok said it was too tired, and that's why it can't move.
See this backpack?
Yeah. I mean, look,
They're rocking.
I can't blame.
Yeah.
I play video games the same way. Just collect everything until I can't move anymore.
Oh, yeah, totally. So you'll see here that, we've got some parts already kind of set up for us. We're going to use
Very
Ultra Hand.
conveniently.
Very conveniently. And we're going to use Ultra Hand. So a quick primer on Ultra Hand is that it works a little bit like Magnesis in that you can pick up objects, but something that's new now is that you can actually rotate objects as well. And it doesn't have to be an object made of metal, which was the limitation in Breath of the Wild. That is completely not a thing in Tears of the Kingdom. And so we'll pick up this piece right here, and you're going to see too, I'm going to actually come at it from this angle.
Right.
Easier to see.
You can see that glue.
Yeah, the glue is really important because it'll show you where two pieces will snap together, and you'll see the little glue sort of form. But don't fret. If you put something together and you're not too keen on how it looks, just shake the right stick and you'll
Or
be
how
able
it
to
functions, right?
Right.
that too. Because
Yeah, that's really important,
Like
yeah.
all of that stuff is really, really important. You're right. Okay, I'm going to chop down a tree, actually. Let's go over here to this axe.
So right now you are building something to send the little Korok on their way over to their friend.
Oh, yeah, correct. Yeah, and I've put this Korok through a lot, so I'm being gentle this time. Let's just move over here.
It's true.
Oh, yeah. No,
We've seen it.
Yeah, you don't want to know. But I'm going to quickly place this here and just see that it works. You should always test out designs, in my opinion, just to make sure. Yeah, it
Or
fails.
just throw caution to the wind and, you know.
Oh yeah, and
see
just
what
go for it.
happens.
But this
Don't let it get
turns
too
out
far.
to be
Yeah.
a good opportunity to set up how recall works. So here's recall.
Nice.
I'm able to basically reverse this object's momentum. And there are two things missing from this little raft, and it's myself and the Korok. And you can switch to Ultra Hand while the recall is happening. Pro tip, so don't feel that you have to necessarily stop recall in order to do that. We're gonna look at him flail.
Aw,
Oh, okay. The Korok has calmed down. Gonna attach the Korok.
a little bit. Still,
Yeah.
still sweating.
Yeah.
Still sweating kind of a lot.
Gonna drop this there. and
Clearly
we're gonna-
doesn't like being moved around with Ultra Hand.
Yeah, we're gonna ride across.
Ooh, right through this cloud, too.
Yeah, it's a nice little vista. Nice little backdrop we have here.
So those materials were there on that side of the rail, and that's kind of a suggestion of how to solve that problem. But you could have done something completely different. Like it's very Ultra Hand is very open-ended that way.
Yes, yeah. And on some puzzles, you'll really see like opportunities to really flex your creative muscles
Yeah.
and do something that maybe didn't work for someone else, or something that they didn't think of, which is really neat.
Right.
Oh, yay.
Reunited
You
at
did it,
last.
you did it.
And we got 2 Korok seeds for that.
Yes, the
Hooray.
Korok seeds still in the game. They still smell funny. We'll leave
In
it.
case anyone was wondering.
Right.
What's in the text? So clearly we want people to think about what they smell like. All right, so I could use my little raft on a hook to cross this, but why not go in style?
Oh, that's so cool.
Nice. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we saw this very briefly, shield surfing on a rail. We saw that very briefly in an earlier trailer, but the cut was so quick that I didn't realize what I was looking at. And then when you showed me that you could do it, my mind was blown.
Oh yeah.
I do want to point out we just used the glider. We used the glider earlier as well. So that is returning. That's a returning element. And you'll see some things, obviously, that are returning from Breath of the Wild and a ton of new things. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Also, the pin that you put in the chest earlier as well.
Absolutely.
That's right. Yeah, we should probably mention that like the Great Sky Island also is it's sort of like the Great Plateau from Breath of the Wild in that this is where you'll learn your abilities. You'll come to this area very early in the game, but you'll see some of the items that we have are actually we've gotten later in the game. So we've come back to the Great Sky Island here.
Yeah. We're
So,
pretty well equipped.
We're setting up to talk to you about Fuse.
Yay.
And this is me with Fuse activated running around a piece of material that I want to fuse.
Oh, wait.
Uh-oh, we're under attack. All right. So, night has descended, so let's just quickly get rid of this keys. Normally I wouldn't fight with a weapon that is not fused in some way, and actually you can do that, and if you do, you may notice I did that earlier with like a rusty broadsword, which is not in a great shape. But Kendra, what do you think? Why don't we set up for folks just how Fuse sort of works?
Yeah, so Jose has the rusty broadsword. It's not in very good shape right now, but the super awesome thing, I mean, there are many awesome things about Fuse, but one of the super awesome things is that you can take a weapon that's about to be destroyed when you use it, and once you fuse it, it actually lengthens its lifespan. So it's just a really nice thing that you can work with, aside from the fact that you can be attacked by this guy, and
We're being attacked.
yeah, and also as you see, the Korok frond that's now attached to the sword is creating a gust of wind.
Yep.
So you can play with combining different elements and see what they do.
So I want to take my time with this fight for a second, and even though you should prepare before a battle, I'm just going to quickly improvise here. I'm going to drop a piece of amber. I'm going to drop 2 pieces of amber, and then I'm going to switch over
Yeah.
to a wooden stick, and I've got a shield that has nothing on it. So I'm just going to
I love how patient this enemy is while
yeah,
you're
while
just
I'm
like
doing all this preparation.
having
Right.
like craft time over here.
Yeah, so check out my shield right now. So I've got a piece of amber attached to it, but one thing that's cool is that the button that functions to parry can also now attack as well.
That's amazing.
Turn offense into
Oh,
defense.
nice.
You can also perfect parry, which was totally planned. I'm not even going to pretend that I did that by accident.
So now you're dual wielding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so by fusing certain materials to your shield, you can even fuse weapons to your shield. You can essentially, dual wield, like you say. You can have 2 attacks, one with the weapon in your hand and one with your shield.
Yeah, check out my weapon too right here, right? Like,
Yeah, that's really cool.
yeah, when you attach some weapons, right, like you get sort of a slightly more ridiculous look where it's
Right.
Korok
I don't know
Frond
what you're talking about, Jose. That
and
was cool.
and
Yeah.
a rusty broadsword. But in the other example, you'll see that it's a bit more of a clean fuse, and it looks pretty neat.
Right, yeah, it's
Yeah, that's
created like a
gorgeous.
blade-like weapon. It isn't just simply a piece of amber stuck on the end of a sword.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna pick up that stone
Yeah,
axe.
are we heading to
that's
that
here.
camp? Because
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
go back
Yeah.
to that
Showed that
camp
camp.
right now.
let's get.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice, you got a piece of opal.
Oh yeah,
wow.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
score.
very
Yeah.
lucky. Yeah. So if you look at my mini map right now, you'll see that that pin is now somewhere up there, and we can't really. I mean, we could climb this. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you can still use Breath of the Wild thinking to approach this game, but why not try something a little out of the ordinary? So we're going to talk about Zonai devices. Now, these are devices that can be found out in the world in 2 ways. One of them is you'll find them sort of thrown out as part of a, just a stash of things, and the other are these Zonai capsules that you'll see here. I'm going to take one device out. I have a spring. I'm actually going to take out a fan too. Why not?
So you're applying
Okay.
Tears of the Kingdom logic here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tears of the Kingdom logic means that devices can be used to do a bunch of stuff. You may remember this fan from Mr. Aonuma's video, and you'll see that it'll take me up a little bit of a height, and that's great. I put out 2 fans. That was kind of a waste. but-
And it's depleting your battery at the moment.
oh yeah.
So you
That's
have,
right.
Yeah, you have
So
a
the-
battery. Go for it, Sam.
Oh, no, I was just going to say the Zonai devices run off of your energy cell.
Yeah. So you'll see that this Zonai device springs rather violently. That's some serious business. But what's cool about this thing is that it can also give you serious height.
That's
Nice.
significant.
Yeah,
that's
that really is.
Yeah, like why climb? Like you
Right.
have other ways to do things now. So
Well, if you
really-
don't want to leave it behind, right, then you
yeah,
can climb.
no,
but
that is true. Yeah,
And
you're not
just
in short supply on those.
hitting the Zonai devices one more time. Those are the capsule forms are Zonai devices that you can carry around with you in your inventory, which is awesome because that enables you to pull them out in like a time of need or use them in ultra hand constructions.
oh yeah. So we have our material selections here, and I'm able to sort it in a couple of different ways. I'm going to quickly sort over to where I can drop some Zonai devices because we're not done. We're going to drop this spring here, and I'm actually going to show you that these aren't just devices that function in the world, but they can also be fused. I'm
Yes.
going to fuse it to my shield.
Yes,
You'll
you
see
are.
that it's a much more convenient size than sort of the
It's
large
magic,
version.
Zonai magic. Don't.
Yes. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
don't think about it
too
too hard.
Don't
Yeah.
think about it too hard. All right, I'm going to equip another rusty broadsword, and this time I'm going to ask for participation. Name something on this bar that you want me to fuse.
2 to the left there.
Oh, right
Oh
here.
yeah, let's
the
do a
rush
rush
room.
room.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do it. So we're going to drop it. I'm going to fuse, and you'll see we have sort of our mushroom.
You are looking really cool right now.
Yeah.
And
this
you're
is
ready for
definitely
battle.
All right, let's
Yeah.
get into this camp.
Okay.
Get in
Do it.
there to battle.
Yar. All
With
right.
your spring and your mushroom sword.
Guess what the spring does? Oh.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Just beautiful.
Wonderful. Just push it back. And then our rush room will also
Oh,
gosh.
goodbye.
has kind of a springy effect to it, which is really neat.
Yeah, mushrooms when fused to weapons, they give you like a bouncy effect. Which,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh. Wow.
It's,
Yep.
Goodbye.
Bye.
it's thematically consistent with what
It's
you're doing
been
with your
real.
shield, right?
Oh my
like,
gosh.
100%.
bounce them all
So
over
if you
the place.
basically don't want to battle, you can approach things as Jose just did.
Right.
But you also don't get the materials from that. So my approach
Yeah.
is a little chaotic.
Sure,
We
sure.
have one more sentry up there, and for this one,
Oh,
I actually
yeah.
want to do something a little different.
He's up there looking for his friends.
Yeah, we've been talking about fuse, and you can not just fuse materials to weapons and to shields, you can also fuse them to arrows. And Mr. Aonuma has already kind of shown in his video that if you fuse a Keese eyeball, it'll sort of find its target even if you sort of aim in the general direction.
Right.
I don't want to do that. I want to show you something new. So,
Wait, let's fire. Like, can you fire a normal arrow first?
oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's fire
see.
a normal
So
arrow
if I
so we
wanted
can see.
to hit this enemy, I'm actually
You
going
have to
move
get
up a
it
little
like
bit.
a lot closer.
Yeah.
A lot closer. And I could hit him, but
Yeah.
Okay.
you can see there that
Close.
I'd have to arc it, and there's all this sort of like, it's been done, but why not do it a little simpler?
Nice
Wow.
shot.
Critical
That
hit,
was
shot.
amazing.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
good.
Perfect.
And now the chest is open, but we're not going to open this chest because we want to leave some secrets for folks at home.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but when you fused that key swing to the arrow, it gave it, it extended the distance that the arrow flew,
yeah.
so you didn't need to arc it as much.
Well, and that's not all. Check this out. If I take this key swing and I fuse it to this two-handed weapon, and I throw it,
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
how far that went.
Yeah, that's
Whoa.
awesome.
Pretty neat.
Way out there in the water.
Yeah. I also just threw away a two-handed weapon.
Well-
But
Yeah.
don't judge. Right.
We'll
was-
find
it was
another
for a
one.
good
Don't-
cause. It
we'll
was for a good
find another
cause.
one. Don't worry
Absolutely.
about it.
Cool. Okay, so we
Yeah,
got
yeah.
some choo-choos.
Yep. So for this one, I'm going to use a precious stone and just quickly, why don't you guys talk about the elemental properties here that
Yeah.
are
Okay.
associated?
So this is new for Tears of the Kingdom. Is that the precious stones in Breath of the Wild? You could use them to sell for rupees, or you could use them to upgrade your equipment, right?
Yeah.
But that was about all you would use them for. Whereas here in Tears of the Kingdom, now they all have their own elemental properties.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously, Jose just used an elemental property that works really well against these water-type enemies.
Yep.
So it just took them out in one hit. Not that choo-choos are particularly strong, but you know.
No, not at all.
And they also, it turned their choo-choo jelly turned into, yes, the
Yellow.
yellow choo-choo jelly. So
Right.
So you can also
Oh,
throw
wait.
materials by hand. You
me-
can throw this one.
yes.
Let's
Alright.
let's show. Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
so hand holding an item and throwing it is new for Tears of the Kingdom.
Yep.
And you can also do that with the precious ores.
Yeah.
And the area of effect on these, can we? Yeah. Let's
Oh, yeah.
let's show real quick.
All right. I would take cover if you ever throw one of these because
Yeah. Stand back. Look at
pretty-
that.
it's pretty massive.
Jose's just over here causing forest
yeah.
fires.
Yeah,
no
that's
big
pretty bad.
deal.
Sorry.
Chopping down
sorry.
trees.
Yeah, it's a good thing that you got some elevation before you toss that
Oh, yeah,
because like
no.
if you just toss it on the same plane, you're 9 times out of 10 you're gonna injure yourself.
I got injured as well, so
Yeah.
a few game over screens. I've
Chopping
got
down
practice.
trees again.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, sorry. I'm
Okay,
chopping
but
down
there's a
trees with
reason.
a purpose. Yeah,
Sure.
There's
that's
a
right.
reason this time.
Yeah, let's show folks. Right here, our next objective is I would like to cross this little stream here. But if we look at, nice dive. If we look at our stamina wheel, I can't swim that.
Yeah.
Probably not going to
Or
go very
could you?
well. Or could you?
Let's just experiment.
Yeah, so you'll notice that we have some sails here. And we had some trees that were already chopped down, but I added to the mess.
Yeah, you did.
I'm going to get one more. Ooh, another.
So the game is like soft suggesting to you maybe that you could build a boat here
Oh, yeah.
to get across.
Yeah, and so we're going to use Ultra Hand and we're going to build a boat. I got to say, I could spend hours doing this.
Yeah,
In fact, I kind of have.
Yeah.
Just by virtue of like really being curious about what's possible and what I could do.
Oh, I just remembered one of the things I wanted to mention is that this leads into really nicely is in this game there are many different ways to solve the puzzles, and I found that to be true in Breath of the Wild as well, but I feel like in Tears of the Kingdom there's even more of that with these new abilities. And I personally am really excited to see what people out in the world are going to create. What abominations? Like, what abomination is Jose
Or what
creating?
amazing things. Yeah,
Yeah, an amazing thing. I mean, abominations can be amazing too.
yeah, they
you know?
can. Yeah, no, it's true. I like to take a not,
This isn't-
not typical approach.
This isn't looking much like a boat, Jose.
It's not yet. Give me a minute. There's a vision.
Okay,
Vision.
okay.
Believe.
I believe in you.
Yeah, I've made a lot of boats in my time, and this is a design that stood out to me as something that I wanted to quickly
Jose
do.
always has something up his sleeve. Like every time he's building something, it looks different than the last time, and we don't really know what it's going to be.
Exactly.
This is one of the things I love
This looks
about
like a-
Ultra Hand, though, is that like it's this perfect confluence of raw imagination, questionable engineering, and then curiosity, right? Because like there's this sense of anticipation when you've been building something and you're about to like activate it for the first time and see whether or not it's going to work.
See, that's a boat.
That
okay.
kind of looks
okay.
like a tribute.
I'll take your word for it.
I just want
Little
to see if it will
bit.
float. I
Will
think
it float?
I recommend this being a general approach to all building.
That
It's
is
leaning-
barely.
it's leaning a
floating.
little
All right.
bit,
Hey,
yeah.
but it floats.
But
All
it
right.
does. You're
This
right.
the-
You're right.
Yeah.
The maiden voyage of the SS Apologies in Advance.
All right, we got to dress this up though. We're not
Yeah, let's
done.
make it cool.
All
Let's
right,
make it
so
cool
2
looking.
flame emitters. Let's see. Let's put 2 fans on it. Oh, we got rockets. Okay.
You're gonna make it stylish too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna dress this one up. So I'm not done. There's a vision. I swear. Just believe in me, and you do.
Yes.
But I really do,
Total
though.
and complete faith.
Yeah,
right
that
now.
seems like a great spot. Let's just go for it. See what happens.
But to Sam's point earlier, and something that I was trying to get across as well, is don't be afraid to like test ideas before you kind of throw yourself
Yeah.
head first into things, because you kind of want to have at least some inkling of if it's going to actually work or not. And in fact, I've made boats that have tipped over. I have made boats that were weighted too far on one side.
I've seen some of the boats you've made, Jose.
they're pretty. Each one was special in its own way.
I don't know though. I kind of like not testing things and just going for
Going.
it.
Yeah, that's an approach. No,
It is
totally.
an approach.
Yeah, for sure. I tend to be more cautious, even though I take a lot
Yes.
of chances on these.
I love this thing.
Yeah, but we're going for a really like Viking sort of.
Yes, I was gonna say it's got.
Look here,
it's
very
got-
metal.
It's very metal. Are you gonna add something to the front though?
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, I
what do
feel
we
like
wanna
it
put up
needs
front?
it.
All right, let's see
Probably
what we
another
got.
flame emitter.
Yeah, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
So
You know,
got one more
like-
device. Why not?
We're talking about Viking ship. Let's make it
Yeah.
even more of that.
Would you like it pointing outwards? Or
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's
Also,
go.
just considering the
yeah.
fact that there's so much wood and
Oh,
there's
look
gonna
at
be
Oh
a lot
no,
of
that
fire.
looks great. That looks great.
Oh,
Yeah,
Well,
check it out.
it's a little off center, but
no. It's
Uh,
perfect.
No,
Jose,
perfect,
It's
perfect.
perfect.
Fine. Cool. All right. Let's try the SS apologies. for this
apologies in advance.
yeah. See how this goes.
All right, and you're getting on there.
Yep,
Okay.
I'm on
Oh,
it.
boy.
All
All right.
Cool.
Do you have an axe selected? Yeah.
I do. I'm gonna switch off. I wouldn't recommend hitting something with an axe that's made of wood, just 'cause
Right.
sometimes you can break
You'll
it.
destroy
But
the
you would recommend attaching.
I mean,
a bunch
it's
of things
kind of
that emit
working.
Fire.
Yeah. Oh
on
yeah.
something
Always.
made of
It's
wood.
kind of working
It
on its
is.
own, right? The sails are doing
But
some
let's just
work.
make it look
No.
a little better.
Yes.
Oh,
And
and it's
Wow.
on fire.
Yeah,
Perfect.
all right.
Oh.
Wait, and why not? Just to see what happens.
What?
Will it go backwards? Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh,
hit
it
that
hit
out of
the
the way.
tree. Oh my gosh.
And that's broken.
All right.
Wow. You made it. You solved
Failed
the puzzle.
I
successfully.
did. Yeah. Failed upwards.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all the time we have for this segment. Thank you so much for joining us. But stay tuned. There's more coming up. Bye.